At this point, it's still too early to tell exactly how many people were killed in the storm. We know that there are at least 15 deaths in Florida. Florida state leaders are confirming also more than 700 rescues.
Well, tonight, agencies from all across the country sending help, and it includes Tennesseans helping survivors begin the grueling process of rebuilding.
What do you say to someone who's lost everything?
You start with a hug and a welcome, and here's some hot food, and here's a cup of coffee, and here is someone who can help you replace your prescriptions that you left behind. Here's someone who can replace your eyeglasses. Here's someone who's willing just to talk to you, just to let you let it out.
Sherri McKinney is with the Tennessee Red Cross. The agency sent volunteers to Florida to run the evacuation shelters. The hardest part, knowing many of these residents won't have a home to come back to. Tennessee Emergency Management is also on the ground in Florida with its ambulance strike teams. Active rescues are still underway, crews trying to get people to safety. Working in the dark, power and phone lines are down, and internet doesn't work.
It's very challenging conditions. What they'll do is they'll set up a command post somewhere and they'll make sure that they have times where they link back up. So if they can't rely on communications, they will make ways to be able to share information and download information and then share it back with their state or county emergency operations center so that they can develop that common operating picture. But they're doing a great job right now in really challenging circumstances.
A portion of the $50 million is earmarked for temporary housing for the homeless to give people a place to stay right now. There's one local nonprofit who's already doing that here in Nashville, and they say this funding would help them house 500 to 600 more people each year. A handful of beds and a neat living area line the basement of McKinney United Methodist Church. It's a modest setup, but for people experiencing homelessness, these rooms are the first step toward a brighter future.
We start by serving individuals with stabilizing services, and we do that through our resource hubs.
Community Care Foundation Executive Director Ryan LeSueur says the nonprofit provides services for roughly 4,000 people each year, including basic needs like meals, showers, and laundry. They also have mobile housing navigation centers to provide temporary housing for people as they work towards stability.
Once those individuals are ready, we offer them pathways out of experiencing homelessness.
The foundation partners with landlords to help find apartments for people who normally struggle for approval because of prior evictions or other barriers. They also help folks find jobs and other services they may need.
They're already your neighbors, even if they are in an encampment, and so helping to create community solutions using the mobile housing navigation centers is one of our goals.
The program could help even more people if Mayor John Cooper's new funding plan is approved by Metro Council. The plan includes about $9 million for temporary gap housing. Part of that money would go directly to nonprofits like this one to build on their gap housing programs.
I think it's a strong plan because you have to have a systematic way to address this issue.
Some Metro Council members say they support the mayor's plan, but still need to learn more before voting yes. Council submitted more than 60 questions to the mayor's office seeking more details. The mayor's office says they'll share those questions and answers publicly in the coming weeks. If a charter school lands in that bottom 5%, which is considered a priority school, state law says they are at risk of getting their charter revoked, meaning they can no longer operate. Now, MNPS says they are recommending that their board vote to close Knowledge Academies, but Knowledge Academy tells me this is unwarranted. MNPS sent this letter to Knowledge Academies on Friday, notifying the school that MNPS will recommend revoking their charter.
We're in a situation in our MNPS authorization handbook. It states that we will recommend revocation for that charter school. It is in accordance with the state board policy that say that we may do so as well.
The letter from MNPS says last year, Knowledge Academy High School consolidated with another KA school, making one 5th through 12th grade school. MNPS says because the high school makes up more than half of the new merged school, the new school is also considered priority status and could lose its charter. But lawyers representing Knowledge Academy tell me they're confused as to where this is coming from. They say there was no merger and the high school was shut down completely.
There's no debate that Knowledge High is now on the priority list. That happened after Knowledge High was closed, and so there is no charter to revoke it.
But this letter from Knowledge Academy to MNPS in July says otherwise. It calls the changes to the school a consolidated charter and advises MNPS to consolidate previous budgets and transfer all staff and students to the new school. Knowledge Academy says they plan to fight this.
The notice of revocation is unwarranted. It's unwarranted by law. It's unwarranted by fact. We have told metropolitan government that, and we will take every action to protect KA at the crossings against a wrongful effort to revoke our charter.
MNPS is expected to discuss this at their meeting on October 25th.